I'm back, and I decided it's a Winnie the Pooh day. And I love Winnie the Pooh. It's a happy Winnie the Pooh day. Okay, and here I go. And I got my cards here. If you guys want a reading, but I like to do things that make me happy for the day. And sketching makes me happy. But the other day, well, yet last night, I was cleaning for a long time. I'm gonna go clean up my couple of my things here. Okay. Okay. Just checking my cushion here. Because I'm a crazy cat. Alright. Those are colored. Alright. I think I'm gonna chalk this out first. And I'm gonna chalk the paper because it seems to make it look nicer. And you want things to look nice. You don't want them to look yucky. And I'm trying to perfect these Disney sketches. I'm on a campaign with this, as they say. But I'm here. I was watching those dogs, those Illinois dogs, those Belgian ones. I would love to have one of these dogs, but I'm not sure if I can handle these Illinois dogs. They got muzzles, and they can really jump really high. I would like these dogs if it ever came to the point where I needed a security guard, which I hope it never does. I don't think I'd want a human. Honestly. I think I would just want my dogs. I've made that choice in my life. I'm going to sketch Winnie the Pooh, and I think this technique looks nice with the background before I sketch. But I am doing tarot card readings also, if you want that. It's just I got off work and I need to sketch out the anxiety of the day. This is what happened. The healthcare profession can sometimes be very stressful. So, this is things that sometimes you have to do. You got to have an outlet. So, you go in, you have a certain amount of time to do a certain amount of things. And I was told by my resident Sharon that doing this in circles is the best technique. Hi is the best time for you. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, this pretty much is because I got off work and I need to unwind. And I like to unwind by doing artistic things. And eventually I'm going to be doing other stuff. But I'm really trying to be a better sketch artist. Because me and my brother know this girl, Lottie Ann. Well, she's not a girl, she's a lady. But she was sketching for a long time. And now she works for the FBI in sketching. And my brother thinks that I have potential. I don't know if I'm not going to work for the FBI. I don't know if I can handle them either. If I can't handle going to work and dealing with my job for 40 hours a week, and that's why I'm at 32, I don't think I can do that. And I really don't think I can handle being a nurse. These are things that are true. I do like doing this though. I like coming and talking to you guys, and these are things I like to do. And I like to watch. I'm obsessed with these dog videos of these Belgian Malinois dogs. They seem very cute, but I think you would have to have a lot of money to maintain these guys. And then I don't know what I would do with Chong, because eventually they would outpower him. So I don't know. Like I said, this if anything, that would be my security. I wouldn't want humans. I would have my dogs. And hello to Darren. Is it Darren or Danny or Smith? We'll call. I can't see the first names. And Retro 2. Hello. How are you guys doing? I mean, the workday wasn't horrible. It's just it always can be. Chong, what are you doing? Oh, okay, that's something else. Anyways, the work days can always be kind of stressful at times. This is why I can't do work all the time. I don't know how people live at my job. I really don't. I would have to I'd have to go jump out of a window or something if I worked a bunch of overtime. It would be too much for me. But I am doing tarot card readings also. I just like to do things I like to do while I'm waiting. I mean, I didn't go to college and everything just to be a tarot card reader, but I really don't mind doing it. But there are some people, there's content creators, and they have software and all this stuff for people doing tarot cards, and I don't understand it. They do. They have a whole thing on it. It's crazy. I mean, I get it. If you can do some tarot card readings and be a little insightful and stuff. But uh, I guess to have your whole career over that it's crazy talk. I don't know how I couldn't do that. And I have problems with making the bodies too big or too small. So I'm going to try to work on my form when I do this. And I'm trying to do a traditional sketch that Disney would kind of do. And I'm trying to work on my depth. Because I'm going from a small to a large. And I got to work on my shaping that I do. And even if you do the pastels just to get background, you can still erase. That's what's the beauty of this is. You can make as many mistakes or adjustments as you need to make. And this, I need to make this way larger like this because it's a bigger poster board. So, and the suitcase I think is going to be helpful so you guys can see what I'm doing too if you don't want readings, because I don't want readings every day. I wouldn't want them. But that's just me. I think I'm going to start from the bottom because I really sometimes get mixed up with this stuff. And I'm just trying to get my groove with, and I love Disney. Disney is my favorite, and I love Winnie the Pooh. I'm not gonna lie, I love Winnie the Pooh. I went to Disney World. It was awesome. And I went to the Winnie the Pooh restaurant. And I went to the princess one. I go to a lot of I love Disney. I'm like a Disney junkie. I love it. I mean everybody else is probably with all these adult things. I can really vibe with Disney all day long. I could live at Disney World. I really could. I would be happy living at Disney. I love the Animal Kingdom. Oh my god, that was awesome too. Because I love animals. I really do. I love all animals. But those Illinois doggies, I love them. They're so cute, but I don't know if I can handle that much dog. I think I'll stay with my Black Lab German Shepherd mix. I mean, I don't know. I would have to if I ever. I don't foresee me being famous. I don't do anything that exciting enough to be famous. I don't be wearing masks and like Slipknot and all them. I mean, they're cool as hell. They really are. I love them. I love them too, and Marilyn Manson. Oh, hello, Anytime Television. Oh, okay. You must be a YouTuber because it sounds like a channel name. See, I'm getting a little bit hip with YouTube. I'm starting to. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, I just literally think about happy sketching or my crocheting or something. This is what I think about when I wake up. I don't be thinking about things normal people think about. All right. Winnie the Pooh's looking up this way, and these are sometimes the hardest ones to execute. They really, for real, are. It's crazy, but they are. And even, you know what my friend at work said? And it kind of, I did not know this. She told me she heard that Walt Disney was a pedophile. She said she heard it from somewhere, and I really hope that's not true. I really do. Sometimes these little accusations kind of go through, and people just say things. Because I'm hoping Walt was not. I know he was racist because he was from Germany in World War II. That's a fact that Walt Disney was racist. But a lot of people were racist about that time. You know, you figure it's Nazi Germany and everything else. So they're Nazis. They came from it is what it is. It's sad that things like this kind of keeps coming up, but it's a miracle did happen. Somehow my flip got fixed. I don't know how this happened. So if you guys are on flipping, you see Chong the dog, flipping flip the videos because I can make money on the flip videos. And then I can fund you guys some gifts and stuff. I'm very excited about the flip. I downloaded like 5 videos over there. Gotta do nice shading with Disney also. Walt Disney is big on pencil stuff. They really are. He's like a big sketcher. So, alright, we got that. Now, I'm gonna come up this way. I'm gonna get Winnie the Pooh's shirt. He always has his big belly. He's so funny. That sticks out of there. But yeah, these dogs, I'm obsessed with them. I was watching them at work because I decided, since my brother was taking so long to finish out in the kitchen, I was going to stay in the clock. And then my coworker and like bestie, she had to leave. So I kind of stood watch until the next shift came, and I had a lot of boxes, laugh out loud, because I guess I'm on a campaign to totally organize my house. I've been obsessed with organizing my house because I like things all to have a place, and I hate how things don't have a place sometimes. I don't know if you guys feel me with this, but yeah. So I'm sitting there with all my boxes, and I was like, F it. I'm just going to stay on the clock. And then I gave report to my coworkers, and I stayed on the clock. And he was going through it in this kitchen. All right. And over here, I got problems with my lines. So, okay, this is supposed to come out here like this. And that was supposed to come out that way. And come in this way. There we go. Now it looks like an elbow. Gotta like do these little elbow things. But I did talk to my friend Sharon. That's the famous artist, and she told me this is the best way. And I told her how I was doing the technique, well, like I'm doing now with the pastel on here. And she said it was a really good idea. And she's very good at what she does. She can literally make, in her prime before she got like really sick, she made pictures. She would sketch pictures in from the pastels that looked exactly like the pictures. And that is nothing short but amazing. I will tell you that. I find this amazing. At least I do. I find it a very amazing. And then a couple of them, my friends that do arts, they said that they know somebody that she did a picture for. So I was very excited because she said I was doing good. And I do get all my advice from her. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get his head executed now. And move this over here. But if you guys want your readings, let me know. I'm over here. I'm not a mind reader. Just because I'm a little insightful does not mean I can read your mind. Not at all. But I showed her the Raven one I did, and I posted it. Okay, that was TikTok. I don't know. They kept saying all this mumbo jumbo of how they got some event going. I don't know. I figure my husband be coming home from work soon, so I'll just come over here and sketch the Winnie the Pooh. Sometimes it's not bad over there. Don't get me wrong. It really is not. It's just sometimes a very confusing stream. And I guess they're getting bought. I didn't know this. They're going to be bought again. I guess Eli Musk owns it or something. Something like that. And then everybody, of course, is arguing with Eli Musk, and I don't understand. There's bigger problems in the world. There's like way bigger problems in the world. Okay, that's too far out. Isn't that a horse? Alright. So you gotta have this density here. Perfect. And I'm gonna keep practicing this. I don't know what the hell my neighbors are doing. They got issues. I actually try to be very quiet because I just don't feel like having problems. When you live in apartments, it's kind of like that. I laugh out loud because I was saying that I was starting YouTube to try to get a backyard, but now we're saving up money and I don't know. I'm just kind of doing it for fun, but flip is something you can make some quick money with. So hopefully I can like make a couple bucks here and there with them. And I got 2 followers over there on Flip. It's kind of like Facebook. All right, I don't know. This nose looks kind of all messed up here. Let's see here. Maybe when I get it all out, it won't be so bad. All right. See, I'm coming out this way. I need to come down. Alright. And then there's his dimples right there. And then his mouth comes out a little bit this way, so we gotta separate a little bit that way. But I don't know, do you guys like those Malinois dogs? I mean, I thought I liked them. They are pretty awesome. They were on skateboards. I'm just mesmerized, and I showed Chong. I literally showed Chong the skateboard. I've been trying to get my dog on the skateboard. Chong will not go on a skateboard. He does not like it. And I see all these amazing dogs over here on YouTube with their going on the skateboards and they got, they're being cute and it's really cool looking. And I have tried to get my dog on a skateboard, but for some reason, this does not happen in our world. All right, I got this so far. I'm getting there. But yeah, I've been trying. I'm like on a mission to get Chong on a skateboard. I really am. I'm hoping I can get him on a skateboard soon because YouTube really brings it with these amazing dogs. They do. Everything's amazing. Just like these, like Mushroom Head. I really like their new album. They have the most incredible videos. Sometimes you just sit there and you look at all those guys and you go, man, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to compete with that. Or you guys, or there's these YouTubers that do these incredible interviewing. They be getting in there with their interviewing people that you didn't even think would let them interview them. That's the crazy thing about it all. But I'm going to connect this over here. And shade this here and then make this here. There we go. Because you kind of got to make it 3-dimensional when you go this way. And it's really hard and I struggled with 3-dimensional things. I really do. I struggle with this a lot. So don't get discouraged because if I can do this, anybody can. And I do say this because it's true. And I just have done a lot of practice and I have just, I think I gotta move this. I think his belly needs to come out. Winnie the Pooh did not go on a diet. So I'm gonna have to readjust belly size here. Alright. I'm gonna do the belly here because I'm having a problem with proportions. I kind of my stitch ended up being trash because of it. And I do say this because it is what it is. All right, now in here. All right, well, you know what? We'll just bring a shirt this way. And it's like right where this ends here, so we're just gonna bring the shirt over this way. But I'm getting really better at sideways things. And thank God. It only took me 6 months. I've been plotting it. That's why on these live streams, that's why I end up honestly I put them individual to plot my progress. I think it's good to plot your progress. I'm big on blogging. I think that if you blog your progress, you kind of know where you're coming and going. But these are just things I like to do. I think it's just because I've been nursing and we chart everything. And you could keep track of a lot of things if you do this. And I do like to keep track of things. This is why I'm like obsessed with organizing. All right, I had to readjust the belly. We got that. Sometimes you have to do these kind of things. And it's okay because you know what? You're not perfect and you never will be. That's just all there is to it. And this is true. You're never going to be perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. You know, the higher power, God, if you want to call it God, the light or whatever, that's the only thing that's perfect in this world. We are not. I have a coworker who's very religious, and he always says that we're all fallen angels. I'm not sure if I'm going with that theory. I'm really not, but it's an ongoing theory with Red. That's what he says. He claims that we're all fallen angels. And I do listen to people because you never know who's right and who's wrong, and maybe we all are right. I see him as energy, and I get a lot of philosophical discussions with different kinds of people because oh my ear itches me because I feel that everybody has a piece of the truth. I have always felt that. And I feel that if the more you listen to people, you always have pieces of the truth. Like if you're being lied to about something, and I think it was Winston Churchill that says, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I think it was Winston Churchill. I'm not sure. It was one of those great rulers, one of the presidents and all that. But yeah, and he had a damn good point. You got to keep an eye on people that are doing bad things to you or talking behind your back or just talk shit about them in a nice way. So if they want to say something nasty to you, they would have to admit that they were talking about you. I do this all the time at work. I do because sometimes I can be an a-hole. And this is what I do. I know who my friends are, but sometimes I work with people and they just are not nice. So what I do is I kill them with kindness and just see how they react. My one friend, I was going to make a picture for her wedding. She was going and she was getting married to her girlfriend, and found out she talking crap about me. So I was being nice and all that, so I just because she's asking me about my bags because I always bring two bags to work. I don't know why she's looking at my bags, but the thing is when I was at this one nursing home, when I worked over, and the one I was at forever when I worked with the kid, disabled children, I ended up, they had all these bed bugs going around. I never even knew what a bed bug looked like until all of that happened. So, anyways, I ended up getting them, and I was terrified because I'm a very clean person, and I don't do bugs. I don't. And I swear, if you go in a medical establishment, a hospital, whatever, these are where you will. This is where you will see the most bugs. And I thought I had beetles, and I went to my boss and asked, and they did not want to admit to me that we had these. And I told my landlord, cost him $2,000 to get rid of these things, and they enjoyed biting me. So I'm terrified. So I bring two bags to work. My coat goes in a plastic, one of those reusable plastic bags, because I care about the environment. So I carry one of those for my coat, and I have another one for like my food and stuff, and I keep it in an area where there would be no bugs, and keep my eye on my shit. And they always ask him what's in my bags, and it's just like, and what people are when they're talking about your bags. And I was like, I like to keep my stuff separate. And I'm not saying people are dirty because anybody can get one of these things. I just don't feel like I need to bring them to my apartment because if this happens, I have to pay to get rid of them. So, and then my other friend, I talk shit about her, and then she literally was like, yeah, I agree. So, that's what we were at with that. So I hope it gets back to her because she was being a shithead. And then she knows that I know. She probably won't even ask for this picture. I guess they're going on a cruise. And I try to look at the best. I try to look at the best of people. I got this so far. I just kind of play around with it. But yeah, I try to look at the best of people, but I keep them at a caution. And then she ended up giving me her number, and I was gonna erase her number off of my phone, but I don't think I'm just gonna leave it on there and not call her and see what happens. Sometimes it's good to test the waters of your enemy. And honestly, when people are talking crap about you, they are the enemy because they're trying to attack your person and trying to spread gossip and rumors. And I look at that as slander. I feel that people should not slanderize other people. I mean, call me old fashioned, but I feel if you have something to say, you should say it to the person. This is what I feel should be the status quo. Some people don't believe this, but I do. Okay, here's his nose. Alright, nose needs to be bigger. See, I always have problems with this. There. Now I'm gonna like shade in this nose. I'm gonna grab this and I'll be back. Alright, hello. Okay. Alright, hello? Okay, I'm going to end this.